Good morning viewers, it's the 27th of March 2013, currently sat on Miami Beach, and today marks the start of my next leg across the States. I'll be cycling from Miami to California and exploring the world of music that the States has to offer. I'll be engaging with artists, bands, buskers and festivals along the way, so I'll be keeping you updated on that front. This time I'm all by myself. Phil and Tobias are back at home, and I'm a bit apprehensive but looking forward to getting on the open road. So only one thing left to do now: hit the road. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Everglades National Park in Florida. I'm 2 days out of Miami and I've been cycling past literally hundreds of these alligators. Pretty chilled out though, not very intimidating. And I'm making my way west. I'm going to hit the Gulf of Mexico, go up the west coast of Florida, and I'll be reunited with Tobias in Tampa. So I'm going to spend a bit of time with him and his family, which will be nice. Getting pretty hot and I haven't had any breakfast, so I'm going to get going now. I'm hoping there's somewhere to find food soon. Right, I eventually found somewhere to get some breakfast. Joni's Blue Crab Cafe. Had a lovely pulled pork sandwich, which is amazing. And I was about to pack up and leave, but they told me they've got some guy coming in to play some music, so gonna go and see what that's all about.
We were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other. We should have seen it in color. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but you just can't see what those shades of gray, those gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color.
Well, that was a fun experience, really friendly people and some interesting music. It's kind of getting me really excited about the US and all the kind of music I'll be able to find along the way. So, back on the road now.
You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June. That rose was red and her eyes were so blue. And just look at that smile. I was so proud.
It's Easter weekend, and in front of me stands the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty amazing view. It's my 4th day in the US now, and it's certainly a very different experience to what Africa was. It's a huge culture shock for me, and obviously I'm now by myself. A lot of people are probably thinking, am I getting lonely yet? And the honest answer is probably yes, a little bit lonely. But I think it's just a question of adapting to this new way of life, of being by myself and focusing on the projects in hand. So, not too bad. I'll be camping on the beach tonight and get up early tomorrow and head up north. In a few days I'll be reunited with Tobias and some good times ahead, I'm sure. So, happy days.
I'm alive, and I'm feeling long, feeling fine.
So we're in Gainesville now. Tom just showed up at my house for a few days to hang out with my family and sort of rest for a bit. And we got a little bit of a surprise for him. We're gonna go for this cheeky little festival, see how it works out, see what happens.
So we're just outside of Gainesville, which is Tobias's college town. We're at Barn Burner Festival, which is a cheeky little thing we didn't know we were going to come to. I haven't got my cameras, we've borrowed somebody's iPhone, and we've actually just bumped into the organiser of the event.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Michelle.
Hi Michelle, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What bands have you got playing here tonight?
So we've had Il Cosby, Stone Street, Catfish Alliance, Greenhouse Lounge. Greenhouse Lounge is about to start.
Okay.
And then Apple Butter Express is finishing off tonight.
Happy days.
Yeah.
It's quite a quirky little festival. We're here in the woods. They've got a fire, they've got lights on the trees. It's a bit of a surprise because I thought we were going out just to a few bars tonight, but we ended up in like a wood, which is cool. And well, let's go and find out what's going on.
I'm the sexual manatee, the hype man for the Catfish Alliance.
Girl, I know why you're out on a bender. You're on a line looking for a member. What's your name, baby? I don't care. Panties on the floor, girl, I wanna see a bear. Don't ask what I'm doing, I'll be done in a minute.
Hi, we're the Apple Butter Express.
We go Wani, tripping on that river, tripping on that river. Why? 14,000 of your brothers and your sisters so happy to be alive.
Hi, we're Greenhouse Lounge.
And laugh.
So here we are at Tobias's house in Florida. I've been here for the last 5 days or so. His family have really looked after me, so thank you very much for that. Absolutely spoilt me rotten. We've done a lot of chilling out, played a bit of golf, played with the dogs, and also went to a little music festival with Tobias a few days ago, which is great. We're now going to cycle up to Gainesville, which is Tobias's old university town, and we're going to try and do it in one day. It's about 200 kilometers, so we better get going. And well, it's nice to be back on the road. Going to have another night out in Gainesville, try and find some music, and then I'll be going on to New Orleans from there. So back on the road. Happy days. So I'm just a little way out of Gainesville, and I think I'm going to share this puncture repair with you. Just received it on the side of the road. I think it's about to rain, so need to do it quick. Since leaving the Everglades, I've been cycling through suburban America. It's just been roads and roads and roads of fast food places and big housing estates. And a few days ago I finally got out of it, and last night I was able to have my first wild camping spot. Pulled off into these woods. It's like a state park. Pretty awful night's sleep actually, because it has been raining heavily all night. But it's nice to finally be out in the wild a bit, and it's quite eerie being all by myself, but it's really amazing. I'm all alone, there's no one here beside me. I'm just entering northern Florida now, finally out of American suburban hell, out in the wild. It's nice to know I haven't got another stop for like 40-50 kilometers. It's just open road, me and my bike. It's a good feeling. I'll tell you one thing though, it is a hot one today. Got a real bead on. Whew. Get me a Gatorade. Good morning. I had a good night's sleep last night, and check out my view this morning. too shabby. Gonna try and knock out 80 to 100 miles today. Gonna have my bread and Nutella breakfast and then hit the road. Yesterday I crossed the border from Florida to Alabama, and the chap I'm staying with, Jerry, has brought me up to this weekly music event on a place called Blue Moon Farm. They've got a number of acts playing tonight, so let's go and see what it's all about.
Oh, seven sisters, won't you cry? Oh, seven sisters, won't you cry? Oh, seven sisters, won't you cry? Play some quirky.
My name is Kathy Steele, and this is the Frog Pond at Blue Moon Farm, and we started this about 2 years ago to give singer-songwriters a special place to play where it was more of a listening atmosphere, and at the same time create community through music, and a community of folks that love to listen to music and became friends, and it's kind of like music without the evil, that's what we call it. Anyway, it's been a great thing. It's been a lot of magic. There's been some wonderful meetings and folks meet and greet, and folks that haven't seen each other for 30 years, and folks that have met and have gotten married, and folks that have actually started making magazines and all kinds of things from the stuff that's going on here. So it's been a very positive force that I just feel fortunate to be a part of.
Every hour passes slower, night is falling. Night is falling.
So I'm about 30 kilometers outside of New Orleans, the Big Easy, the home of jazz, and just bumped into these two German cyclists. Hi guys.
Hi. Hi.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
These two are also heading to New Orleans, so we're gonna cycle in together, which will be nice. And well, home of jazz, here we come.
Welcome to New Orleans. Stay away from the hand grenades and the hurricanes.
She was
What's your last name again, Tom?
Nelson.
Tom Nelson here, who is bicycling around the world for charity, specifically for the charity War Child.
This place is pretty cool. It's got loads and loads and loads of music. As you can see from all around me, these are all CDs and records. And it's been a great experience coming in here, chatting with the guys. So here I am on the Mississippi River, just on the border of Mississippi and Louisiana. Another one of the world's greatest rivers, which I've come across on this trip. I visited the Rhine in Europe, the Nile, the Zambezi, and now the Mississippi. So it's always a good mileage point to cross a big river like this. So bit of motivation, back on the bike.
Take me to the docks, there's a ship without a name there, and it's sailing to the middle of the sea. Water.
5 days out of New Orleans and just crossed the border from Louisiana to Arkansas, and the border marked at the end of the tarmac for some reason on this road. Obviously you have different rules in different states, but it's quite nice. It's a lot more empty, a lot more wilderness. Me versus world kind of scenario, and that's alright. I estimate I've got about another 40 kilometers to go though, so see how my body's feeling at the end of it. Whew. And I'm finally starting to get some hills back in my life, which is quite nice, believe it or not. A bit more challenging, a bit more different. Gives you more of a perspective of what you're looking at. And long roads of pine forests, like this one. Taking a little break off the bike, come for a trip to Memphis, and we're in Sun Studio. It's a pretty historic place as music goes, so let's go and see what it's all about.
By Elvis Presley on the radio.
Come on, Ben.
He did not invent
This recording studio was home to people like Elvis Presley, B.B. King, Johnny Cash. It's a pretty iconic place to be, and lots of memorabilia on the wall. Johnny Cash. Elvis stood here when he recorded his first record. It's a good moment.
This is the first time Elvis was on the radio. It's July 8th. 1954 on the Red Hot and Blue Show.
Well, and I got a new song we're gonna play here. They're gonna cut loose this new song.
I'm in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, and had a long day on the bike today. Not too bad, nice conditions, pretty warm. And met brother Bill here at the garage just down the road, and he invited me to stay in his garden, put my tent up. And now he's cooking me dinner. So, thank you, Bill.
I like having company around now. I don't have company too often.
Yeah, it's nice. I like to have company as well. It's good for me to have company too.
Oh.
Here are burgers. Smelling good. So what kind of music do you listen to, Bill?
Well, it's just different kinds.
I guess you're a big fan of blues?
Yeah, I like country blues.
Country blues music.
Try that few seconds.
Thank you.
Cool. I've been cooking ever since I was old enough to cook, pretty much.
So you learned to cook from your grandma?
I washing up there with.
What was the best dish that your grandma cooked?
She cooked hurricane dressing, chicken and dumplings, beans, peas, squash, okra. How you like that hamburger?
That's very good.
Huh?
It's good. Spot on.
Yeah, I can be cooking around here, boy.
Oh, we're not going to get hungry tonight, are we?
I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm not hungry tonight. You might eat other night. You might feel some.
I quite often go hungry.
I'm promising you, you're not going hungry tonight. I'll be listening to me real good. Okay? If you can't find nowhere, please come back.
I will.
Come back.
Very kind of you. You seem very worried about me camping.
Come back. You can't find nowhere, come back.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right, it's the morning. Had a lovely breakfast of scrambled egg and toast and hot chocolate. Spoiled rotten. Brother Bill has really kind of looked after me, and it's been a great experience. So, thanks, Brother Bill. Just had a very unique experience, cycling through a swarm of bees. Luckily they didn't sting me. It was pretty sketchy, they just kind of came out of nowhere. For the last few weeks my route has been following railway tracks a lot, and it's not like in England where when a railway meets a road they have a railway crossing with lights and a barrier. Instead there's just no barrier and the train just beeps its horn as loud as it can for about 2 minutes either side of the crossing. And for people in their houses or just driving in their cars probably doesn't cause them much bother, but night after night in a tent next to the camp, next to the railway side leads to some pretty sleepless nights. So this is my 4th night in the tent and my 4th bad night's sleep. So when the next one comes past I will show you what it's like. Come on, America, you're better than this. Something back in Ethiopia. Just getting to sleep. It better be about half an hour to an hour before I'm just getting to sleep again, and it'll be the same thing. So after a bad night's sleep, there's nothing better than finding a shack on the side of the road that's doing fried breakfast. Steve here this morning's cooking me up some grub. What's on the menu, Steve?
Well, we're going to have you 2 over easy, bacon crisp, hash browns, not spicy and crisp, and wheat toast buttered. Do you like pancakes?
Yeah, I could definitely do that. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry, so
I might make you a little bacon pancake so you'll have some dessert.
Thank you very much. So how long have you had this place?
I've had it about 13 years.
And you live?
And it's just the economy and stuff, it's just so bad. That's why I don't have very much stuff here. Yeah, we get these hash browns, we'll get you some carbohydrates out there so to keep them legs working.
That's it, that's what we need. Looking good. Very hungry.
Have you ever seen a little toy like this before?
Nope.
Alright. When I was growing up, we called these things a hokum stick, and generally we just talk to it. But in this part of the country and further north, in the Ozarks, they call them a hooey stick. Because to make them work, you got to go hooey. Now let me hear a hooey from you, Tom.
Hooey.
Very good. All right. Now kids nowadays, most everything they got run on batteries. We had batteries, just didn't have a whole bunch. We had some rubber band pirate stuff, like the rubber band pirate airplane. We'd wind up and let them go. Well, you'd still find them.
Okay.
Every once in a while, we'd get lucky, catch Grandma letting her hair down. We'd snitch one of her rubber bands, put it through the middle of a little wooden thread spool, put a short match on one side, long stick on the other, wind them up, put them down, make little cars and trucks out of them. Rubber band was motor. That's what made it go. Well, that generally keep us out of mischief till Grandma come on and caught you and got her rubber band back. Well, then you didn't have a motor for your toy. So that's where these things came in. Since we didn't have a motor for it, we'd use our imagination and do what we call the imaginary. We'd air wind it. So you wind him up like this. All right, that's good. I have to warm him up. All right, now it's running right now. It's not going anyplace because it's in neutral. It's like putting a playing card that's supposed to your bicycle. It gives it a motor sound. Well, anyway, it's running, but it's not going anyplace till we get that magic word. Now, when you get ready, you just give him that little magic word.
Okay. Hoo-wee!
Hoo-wee! And there he goes. Now he takes off and he's running. Well, see, now you can do him here. You can do him here. You can do him down here. You can push him like that. You can pull him. You can go real fast like this. You can make him go fast. You want him to slow down, just get up and go like, slow down, Holcomb. And he'll go slow, and you can go fast. Or you can go slow like this. You want to go fast. Say, come on, buddy. Come on, go. And he takes off. He goes fast. But now, generally, we'd be out in the woods out there, and you're sitting on the stump playing with hooey sticks. Sometimes you need a little bit more excitement in your life. Another may go fast and slow and spin to the right. So this usually takes a group effort, but I'll help you on this. Okay. We'll do it on 3. You got to have a real good hooey and stretch it out, because it gives us time to put him, you know, take him out of gear and put him in reverse. We're going to try to make him quit going this way and go back the other way. All right, here we go. On 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Woo-wee! Come on, buddy. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you for stopping by Rich Mountain Country Store. We're in the heart of the Ouachitas, right along on Rich Mountain. Thanks a lot, and stop back in and see us.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Good feed. Ready to hit the road again.
Yeah. Let me holler at my mailman here.
Well, that experience was just what I needed after a bad night's sleep. Thanks, Steve, for the extra hash browns and pancakes. Just what I needed after a bad night's sleep last night, thanks to the railway and a bad storm that came in halfway through the night, which turned out to be, according to Steve that you met just then, turned out to be the edge of the storm which caused a 1 mile wide tornado in Texas. So I'm entering tornado season and I'm about to enter the big plains of Oklahoma and Kansas, so I need to kind of be a bit wary of that, because the last thing I want is to be in the scene of something out of Twister while I'm camping. As much as it'd be cool to sit in the eye of the storm in my tent, I don't think I'd survive it. So anyway, weather's a bit rubbish today, as you can see. Wet and gloomy, but never mind, here we go. Another day, repeat. Welcome to Oklahoma. Vast areas of farmland, rolling green hills, and hellishly strong side winds that I've been battling with for the last few days. There's some strong weather warnings out, including thunderstorms and tornadoes. This is like tornado prime territory now as I come down onto the plains. And yesterday, after some local advice and some weather warnings, I decided to get a motel last night, and I'm glad I did, because the storms that came out of it were pretty horrendous, and I'm not sure my little tent would have survived. And I left this morning with everyone telling me not to leave because there's more storms coming in, bigger storm coming in this afternoon. But the predicament was that this big storm is bringing in a massive tailwind from the south, and well, anyone that's spent days cycling into a headwind or sidewind will understand that when a tailwind like this comes about, you've just got to go for it. It's an illness I've picked up. It's been diagnosed from a doctor as a viral infection and could last 1 to 2 weeks. I feel incredibly weak on the bike. I'm finally at the top, 11,300 feet. Playtime is definitely over. It just took me over an hour to do 10 kilometers, which is 6 miles into this headwind. It's just not funny anymore.
Today could be one of the hottest days ever recorded on Earth. The temperature may hit 130 degrees.
The big heat ridge across the west.
I haven't felt like this before. My head feels like it's going to explode. Wow, one hell of a view. I've never seen anything like this.